everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. For those of you who know me, you know that I like to grill and smoke beef tri-tip. Today, we're going to be doing a beef tri-tip pastrami. If you're unfamiliar with pastrami, it is a pickled, brined, and cured way to preserve meat, which was done traditionally before the days of refrigeration. Now, it's usually made out of beef brisket, but I wanted to showcase that there's a lot of different things that you could do with one cut of meat. In front of us, we got our beef tri-tip, 2 tablespoons of pink curing salt, 1/4 cup of kosher salt, a tablespoon of garlic powder and onion powder. Of course, you gotta have your pickling spice, which we have a couple tablespoons of, tablespoon of black peppercorns, and about 1/3 cup of sugar. Of course, in order to brine all that, you gotta have about 10 cups of hot water, so that way all of our seasonings can just dissolve together. So, let's get this started. Okay, of course with our brines, you know, it all just kind of goes into our water together. And of course with our brine, you know, we're done. Now we're just gonna let this sit in the brine for 7 to 10 days. We'll see you then. All right, we actually went about 2 weeks of letting this cure. I'm gonna show you an up close of what this meat looks like. Our pastrami has had a chance to cure for actually about 2 weeks. We're starting to get a lot of that pink color. What we want to do is soak this for about 45 minutes to about an hour to help with all that saltiness that it absorbed. And once you do that, you want to just pat it dry with a paper towel, because we're going to get ready to smoke this at 250 for about 30 minutes per pound. So in this case, being about a 4-pound tri-tip, we'll do about 2 hours or so. Now that this has had a chance to dry out, we're going to add a little bit of our pastrami rub, which I will be putting on the screen as we season. Now you can season this on some parchment paper, but since I already got my towel wet and dirty, we're just going to go with that. We let this go for about 2 hours. It's temping out about 160, so going a little bit higher than I'd like. But we're gonna let this rest for a bit in its own juices, and then we'll cut into it. And there you go. Beautiful. Wow. Look at that color, that juice. We've sliced it real thin. Let's dip it in this juice and try it. The flavor on that is out of this world. Not too salty, but you get a good flavor of all the spices put together. That brine that went as long as it did, totally worth it. Very delicious. So overall, I would highly recommend you try this. If you want to do it with a brisket, of course it'll take a little bit longer with the cooking process, but this is the way to go. Regardless, hope you learned something today. Make sure that you follow me on social media. Chef Steven Gonzalez on Facebook, Chef Steve Gonz on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also go to chefstevengonzalez.com. Get a copy of my cookbook, Get Your Grip On. So, yeah, we'll get back to this. We'll make a sandwich in another video. So, catch you later.